Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first with your major headlines for this broadcast. Minister Osman Saleh holds talks with Indian Foreign Minister. Encouraging results in strengthening national animal and plant health laboratory. On your international, more weapons on battlefield will only protect Ukraine crisis, China envoy says. And Iran rejects the IAEA report alleging increased enriched uranium stockpile. With your reports in brief, on your domestic, Minister Osman Saleh, Eritrean Minister of Foreign Affairs, held talks today in New Delhi with Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, Minister of External Affairs of India. The meeting focused on strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries. The discussion, however, highlighted opportunities for enhancing cooperation in the sector of health, education, trade and investment. The two ministers also discussed current development in the Horn of Africa, the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean. Mr. Alam Zahaye, Eritrea's ambassador to India, was present during the meeting. The National Animal and Plant Laboratory of the Ministry of Agriculture reported encouraging progress have been registered over the past 34 years of independence, building institutional and human capacity. The National Animal and Plant Health Laboratory was one of the pioneer laboratories in Africa. The laboratory, which was operating with 18 personnel before independence, currently is operating through 181 experts, including 62% females. The activities of the laboratory includes in diagnosis of livestock and plant diseases, the capacity of human and livestock food, production of livestock vaccination, as well as establishing and strengthening regional livestock and plant laboratories. According to the reports by the public relations of the ministry, the laboratory has produced 300,000 vaccination to control Newcastle disease vaccine and 70,000 rider pests and sheeppox. The National Animal and Plant Health Laboratory has so established sub-laboratories at 5 regions in the country and is exerting effort to strengthen them with human power and equipment. Your global up ahead. Stay with us. And on your international line, a Chinese envoy warned Friday that more weapons on the battlefield will only protect the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Zhang Shuang, China's deputy permanent representative to the United Nations, said with direct negotiations now underway between Russia and Ukraine, there has been an increased number of weapons on the battlefield with greater lethality and destructive power. This will only escalate confrontation and prolong the fighting. He rejected the U.S. representative's smearing of China on the Russian-Ukraine conflict. However, U.S. attacks against China are not based on fact and are not for any solution at all. He says, rather, it is based on its own political agenda. It is utterly political manipulation, he reports. The Chinese deputy permanent envoy said that China has never provided any lethal weapon to any part to the conflict. China has strictly controlled dual-use items. China, however, firmly opposes any groundless accusations and political manipulation. He further said that the United States bears a major responsibility for the outbreak and continuation of the conflict, and it has a responsibility to make effort and play its role for an early ending of the conflict. China, however, urges the United States to concentrate on ongoing diplomatic efforts and stop the boring blame game. On your final report, the UN nuclear watchdog warns Tehran could be close to weapons-grade enriched uranium as negotiations with the US continues. Iran has rejected a report from the United Nations nuclear watchdog that alleged Tehran has increased its stockpile of highly enriched near weapons-grade uranium by 50% in the last 3 months. The Iranian government said that the complaints are baseless and are propagated by a political push factor. Further, the government warned against any external interference in its country's internal affairs. It all comes as a nuclear deal negotiations are underway between the United States and Iran, with the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi saying that his country would respond to elements of a U.S. proposal. Araghchi also reported that the proposal would be responded to in line with the principles, national interests and rights of the people of Iran. Tehran insists that its nuclear program is for peaceful purpose only. The IAEA said that as of May 17, Iran has amassed 408 kilograms of uranium enriched up to 60%, the only non-nuclear weapon state to do so, according to the UN agency, and had increased its stockpile by almost 50% to 133.8 kilograms since its last report in February. However, further reports say that US and Iran have already begun indirect discussions on this matter. That is all for now. Stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. But until then, this is a repeat of your major headlines for this broadcast hour. Minister Osman Saleh holds talks with Indian Foreign Minister. Encouraging results in strengthening National Animal and Plant Health Laboratory. China envoy says more weapons on battlefield will only protract Ukraine's crisis. Iran rejects the IAEA reporting alleged increase in enriched uranium stockpile. That is all for now, and thank you for watching. Until we are back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye for now.